welcome back to Love Your Food. This week we have a pasta dish for you. We have linguine, or fettuccine in our case, vongole. Now this is a white wine and garlic based clam sauce. So we are going to be using some beautiful fresh clams and some lovely white wine and garlic in this. And here's our ingredients. So we're starting off with our pasta. We've got some fettuccine, some beautiful white wine. This is our Casaba dry Riesling, some lemon juice, some beautiful fresh clams. We have some tarragon and some chives. We're going to be using just a single dried chili pepper. This is a Thai bird's eye chili, some shallot, and some garlic. So first things first is we're going to do a little bit of mise en place. We're going to mince our shallot, nice and small. And we want to get this, again, very, very small. We want everything to be pretty fine for this. You can do a more rustic version of it as well if you just chop everything a little bit bigger, but we want everything for this one to be pretty small, nicely minced. Same for our garlic. Now we're going to be a little bit rougher with our chop with the garlic. It's going to be a little less organized than we did for the shallot, but again, we're just trying to get everything pretty small so that it all kind of melts together in the sauce. And there we go for the garlic. And then we're just going to sort of break up the chili pepper. We're going to leave the seeds in, take the stem off, of course. But it doesn't need to be super fine. You don't need to run it through a spice grinder or anything. This should be fine. And then you get those beautiful little flecks of the dried red crushed chili in there. And our white wine, as I said earlier, we have this beautiful dry Riesling. Absolutely fantastic. And once you've got all your mise en place ready, it's time to get your pasta going because the sauce doesn't take very long to come together, actually. So by the time the pasta's ready, the sauce should just about be ready to add. So we're going to salt that water. We definitely want to salt the pasta water. And then we're going to add our noodles here. Now you can use linguine, fettuccine. You could even use spaghetti for this. Any long noodle is perfect for this dish. And then we're going to get going on our sauce. So first things first, we're going to add a little bit of olive oil just into our hot pan here and get all of our aromatics. So we're just going to get the shallot and the garlic and that chili pepper in there. And we just want to make sure that everything gets a little bit wilted, some color on there to make sure that it starts to get a little translucent and cooked. So we're just going to stir that up in the oil and make sure everything is well combined. And we just want to get everything a little bit of a kickstart in there. Really wakes up that chili pepper as well. You get that flavor going. Then we're going to add our clams. Now, do make sure that your clams are well scrubbed. Clams can be pretty dirty. We're going to add our white wine as well, but do make sure you scrub those clams. Give them a good brush on both sides with just a vegetable brush or a mushroom brush or something like that. And then while that is steaming in the wine, we are going to get our herbs ready. So we're just going to chop up the chives and the tarragon. And this is going to add a really beautiful, fresh and green aroma to the sauce once it's all cooked in. So there we go. You don't have to be super stringent about how big your chopping is on the herbs. They're going to cook down a little bit as well. And then we're going to zest the lemon. And the lemon zest is going to go in there as well. It gives it that beautiful lemony aroma. And we're going to juice the lemon as well. We're only going to use the juice of half a lemon in this particular dish. So we're just going to run that through a strainer, make sure we don't get any seeds in there. And by then, our pasta is just about ready. So we're just going to pull the pasta out. Now, if it's just a hair before al dente, that's fine because it's going to cook a little bit longer in the sauce. So we're going to add our lemon juice. We're going to add a bunch of butter, in fact, just to just sort of raise that creaminess in there, a little bit of unctuousness in the sauce. And then all of our herbs and the lemon zest is going to go in. And we're just going to cook that together for a little bit longer and let it reduce just a little bit. Now, Vongole is traditionally not a particularly thick sauce. It's not a creamy sauce. It's pretty thin, honestly. It's a white wine and butter sauce. And we're just going to make sure that the pasta gets a little bit glazed with that beautiful sauce, which has also taken in the flavor of those clams, which have all opened up, as you can see in there. There's a couple that closed. Make sure you don't eat the closed ones. They're probably not very good. And we're just going to let that cook for a little while, and then we're ready to serve. It's really, really simple. So we're just going to get a little bit of our beautiful pasta in the bowl. You can also add a little bit of the pasta water to the sauce, and that helps it sort of glaze the pasta a bit. And then make sure that you give everyone a pretty good selection of clams. Now, we had a bunch of clams. We were only serving 3 people for this one. So everyone gets a lot of clams, which is one of my personal favorites. And also looks great on the plate. You have these beautiful clams. They're all open, and they look fantastic. And that's it. Really, really delicious and simple recipe. Fantastic if you're entertaining, and it does help to drink the same white wine with dinner that you cooked in the sauce. It's a really nice effect and makes everything taste fantastic. So we hope you like this one. If you like this recipe, please do like and subscribe. And if you have any recipes you'd like to see Chef Caleb try on the channel, please let us know in the comments below. And remember to love your food.